Hey, this is Nash. Today we're traveling throughout western Utah and we're going to give you a tour of a real fort. And at the end of this, we'll have a special guest for you as well.
Hi, I'm in Cove Fort today, Utah, and this is a real fort. It was built in 1867. I'm going to take you on a tour here, and you're going to see how resourceful people were at that time and how this would protect them eventually from the Indians. Really, they never had a battle here because things were settled after it was built, but it's really, really interesting. Now, what I want you to think is, are you as resourceful as people in the 1800s? You know, they could do everything themselves, the food, the soap, the toothbrush. They will build them and use in their daily lives. And the second thing is, what kind of system do you have to have protection for your own business? Do you have a fort around your business that it can be protected even when you're not there doing things? You have softwares in place? Do you have everything that it takes to protect your business? Think about that. And you know, we as entrepreneurs, we need to think about these people, the pioneers, and be as resourceful as they were now with our businesses they were with just surviving here in the West.
The washing and weaving room. That's your Saturday night bath in the tub there. Like if you didn't want to have a bath there, you could go out in the creek, especially in the winter time, and have a bath there. Might be a little chilly. The cloth over in the corner is ticking. It's used for making mattresses. And they make the mattress and fill it with straw. And after a while the mattresses would wear, and so they would take the best of the cloth and make a pair of pants or shirts out of clothing. When they would wear out, they would take and make it into strips into balls of yarn. And when they got enough of that, they'd hit the weaving machine and make rugs or other things. The rug we're standing on, when they would wear out in there, then they used it for quite a few things. One was they had to make their own toys, so the hair on the dolls is human hair. On the sewing machine over there, the pincushion, the silverish thing, the needles, it was filled with human hair. Then the needles would be put down in there, and there was enough oil in the needles, or in the hair, to keep the needles from rusting. Over on the nightstand over there, you've got the 4 toothbrushes. The handles are made out of bone, and the bristles are pig hair off the back of the neck of the pig. So in the morning when you brush your teeth, you can look and see what kind of bristles yours might have. I like to tell some of the young kids when they say yuck, I say, well, is sulfuric acid and copper sulfate. When mixed together, they make that beautiful blue color. Of course, it's just water in there now, but that's what it would look like. But altogether, they would make the electricity needed for that. And the reason for this telegraph, you know, when the telegraph was first put through, it went east to west across the continent.
We are at Ferguson Desert, getting to Dead Man's Road. That sounds scary. We've been here for about 3 hours, and we are on a geocaching expedition for the last 2 days. And well, my point here is that sometimes you do not make the right decisions. For example, before we got into the desert, we didn't think how long we were going to be here, because somehow we thought it was going to be an hour or so. And we have some water, we have some snacks, gummy bears, and now I have a quarter gallon of gas. So I think we'll be fine, because we are less than 20 miles from a main railroad or main road. But the fact is, we didn't prepare ahead of time. We didn't really think all the challenges that we could face. So far so good. We had no problems, unless the fact that we are hungry, right? And we've been here for like I told you, 3 hours. So everything is fine. But the fact is that a smart person and a smart entrepreneur should consider the good side and the good possibilities, as well as the worst outcome, and be prepared to face whatever is ahead. So should we have a problem here at the road, we would not be prepared for that. And you know, really, that's my message to you. You have to think positive, and you have to think about the good things that are going to happen, but you also need to think about the worst case scenario and prepare ahead of time. you don't want to be putting out fires, you want to not have fires, prevent those. Okay, so that's my message today, and I hope that you see you next time if I ever get away from the desert here.
Found my black rock well cache, middle of nowhere.
Literally.
Literally.
Look, middle of nowhere. Nowhere. Hi, Shahar here. I'm at Simple 3 event and I met somebody that you just need to know better. Lon Naylor, right?
Lon Naylor, yeah.
Naylor, yes. And you know, when he did his presentation, people was just drooling of that, how much good the information was. And you know, I want you to share with us a little bit about the software Camtasia. You know, if you have bought any of our products, then we use that a lot and we love it.
Mm-hmm.
But I want you, the expert, to share some tips on how people could be using Camtasia and what you see as possibilities for small
Sure.
business owners.
Well, first of all, for those that don't know what Camtasia is, it's essentially what's called screen capture software. So whatever you can see on your computer screen, every mouse movement, keyboard strokes, anything like that, you can capture and save it as a video file. So it's really useful for things like, oh, say you want to show off your website and give kind of like a guided live tour of your website to somebody. That's one thing that I use it a lot for, and you know, it's very effective to kind of drive traffic then to your website, because people will see a video of you walking through it and being all excited about it, and they'll go, oh, well, I want to go there too. So that's the kind of thing that you can do with it. And the really interesting thing is that, like you mentioned, every top marketer is using this. You guys are certainly no exception there. And for affiliate marketing, doing product reviews, demos, like I say, showing off websites, driving traffic. So since it is a video, you can of course post it to YouTube, and you know, we're learning a lot of stuff about videos in general here this weekend.
Yes,
so
yes.
literally, it's just another kind of video as opposed to like you and I talking on camera.
So it's a perfect case for somebody that is really camera shy.
Sure.
Doesn't want to show themselves on a camera. Camtasia could be the solution for them.
It certainly could be, because you can also use something like PowerPoint. And since that's on your computer screen, right, anything you can see on your computer, you can record as the video. So you can record a presentation and then just have your narration going on in the background instead of, you know, being on camera.
Yes, yes. Actually, this was, I would say, the wow factor during your presentation. I didn't know that myself, that you could also save a PowerPoint as a movie file, so as a movie file. And then you went to Camtasia and add the audio there. That was really, really cool, because just imagine how many more possibilities you have there.
Yeah, well, it makes it easier. In the new version of PowerPoint, PowerPoint 2010, you can export directly as it's actually a WMV file, which drops right into Camtasia. So yeah, you don't have to worry about recording the screen then. It just goes right out of PowerPoint as a video file.
You know, when I was listening to that, I really thought, okay, so we have this really hundreds of presentations that we gave before with PowerPoint on teleseminars and other things. That is another way I can repurpose the content I already have, because now I can turn that into a movie file, put on Camtasia, and just have it. So it's really great. We use a lot for online courses.
Sure.
Right? Camtasia all the time to give any kind of training to people.
Yeah, and that's one thing that it is really good for, is creating video tutorials.
So yes.
Anything that you can show someone how to do on the computer, you can record the video, and that's essentially a lot of what my video products are, is showing people how to do things, and then recording that as videos, and boom, then you have a nice, valuable video course as your content.
Yeah, and then you can sell that again and again and again and again. Now, you know, although Camtasia is an easy software to use, there are way too many things, right, that people can do with it, and many ways and little tricks to use. And you have built a a program just about that. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Sure. The course I just mentioned is called Learn Camtasia. Great catchy name.
Yes.
But it's about more than just learning how to use the software. You know, you really want to be able to do things like, well, what is my video going to be about, and where am I going to use it for what purpose? So it's more. There's a nice element of planning so that you end up with a useful video. So that's a really important thing. And we walk through all the steps of creating a video. You know, you plan it, then you record it, and then you do a little bit of editing, and then, oh, how are you going to produce it out, and where is it going to go? So we also, the nice component to that too is it's not just a video course, you know, a video tutorial course, but we also do live coaching on webinars, because you will just get stuck on the simplest little things with you learning anything, and you guys know this, and it's just the best to have someone that you can just say, okay, now what am I doing wrong here? You know, that already knows and go, well, do this. And then you're on your way.
And you avoid spending hours trying to figure that out yourself.
Yeah, trying to figure stuff, because I've spent thousands of hours, literally, figuring. So one of my favorite taglines is, I waste my time so you don't have to.
Exactly. So. Yeah, and that's a huge deal, because if we're trying to run a business, you know, we cannot allow ourselves to spend time just trying to figure out something that somebody can solve in a moment. You know, my kind of expert on is really somebody that understands the tool in depth, but is also a strategist. And that's what I found over these 4 days here with you. And that's crucial when we are looking for any kind of advice. So the plan part of the video is way more important than the software itself, right? And he will guide you in all those phases. So.
And you know what? By the time I'm finished planning, I'm about 70% done with the video.
Yes.
Because then it's just a matter of executing the plan with the tool.
Yeah. So again, learncamtasia.com. Not only you will have the opportunity to learn this amazing software in depth, but you're going to have a chance to really connect with Lon, and that's the kind of relationship you really want to have, you know, like your dentist, your lawyer, and Lon. That's what you need. Thank you very much. This is Shahar. You know, for more information, and if you would like some training, you should go to buzzbooster.com.
That's right. See you there. Buzzbooster.com. Bye.